I began writing about Senator Obama in 2004. He was then a state senator running for the United States Senate. After he announced that he was going to run for president, many people across the country turned to me to study my research and writing because it enjoyed a high degree of credibility. I've always been committed to trying to find the facts and search for the truth. Nothing more and nothing less. And as my experience with Barack Obama increased, and as I watched him over the years and from year to year, I was able to make more intelligent predictions and analysis of what his goals were and how he hoped to achieve them. I also talked about the problems he was creating with his personal style and with his campaign. The so-called birther or birth certificate issue is one that has been largely created by Barack Obama himself. Most people feel that the President of the United States should be born in the United States. The Constitution requires that a president be a natural-born citizen. While the term natural-born citizen is not defined in the Constitution, it was a term that was in general use in the late years of the 18th century when our Constitution was passed. No one can predict how the U.S. Supreme Court would rule today concerning the intentions of the founders when they passed the Constitution and inserted the natural-born citizen clause. But what we know is the matter has never been brought to court in a way that it could be decided on the merits by a judge. As President Obama moved from being a candidate to being the president and working out of the White House, I continued to analyze his performance and predict where the problems would come. One of the problems I foresaw was that the birth certificate issue, although it was conceptually peripheral, although it wasn't really central to his success or failure as a president, would come to occupy an increasing role in political discourse about the president simply because he was being stubborn and unnaturally secretive in refusing to release or authorize the release of the original typewritten 1961 birth certificate. Now, a lot of people are confused. Bill O'Reilly, who's on Fox News, has claimed that his staff investigated and saw the original typewritten 1961 birth certificate of President Obama, but that's objectively a false claim. Nevertheless, I'm not accusing Mr. O'Reilly of lying. I'm accusing him of being confused by the obtuseness and the ability of Senator Obama, then President Obama, to hide behind confusion and complexity as to just who his parents were and when and where he was born. Today we face a growing constitutional crisis. More and more people, first 100,000, then 1 million, then 10 million, then 50 million, and now over 100 million Americans have doubts about who Barack Obama is. Where was he born? Who were his real parents? How was he born? Was it at home? Was it in a hospital? Was he attended by a physician or midwife? We don't know, because the vital record that would answer all those questions, the typewritten 1961 original birth certificate, has never seen the light of day. Unless and until President Obama releases the birth certificate, and unless and until he makes a full disclosure of his parental background, the cloud over him and around him is going to continue to grow.